everyone. I don't know why that fade didn't work. Hey, how you doing? Hey, hi. We're playing some Enfield today. We need to build up Mifu is what we need to do. I also need to crank my own audio volume apparently, because I can't hear myself. Howdy, Raiden. How you doing? Hello. Oy, I am so sore. Gotten into this awful, terrible habit of riding about 10 miles on a bike every day. I'm trying to do it as fast as possible. Wouldn't recommend it. I'm sore as fuck. But I figure after 6 months I should be in pretty decent shape for the bike race I'm going to be doing. Ugh. Not willingly, mind you, but I'm going to be doing it just the same. Enfield. Oh boy. I'm sure glad I have an Enfield button. Why do I have an Enfield button? Because, you know, it's one thing that I can't run through Steam and I hate going and go look for it. I'm lazy, that's why. Wait, now, hold on. Oh, it's not in my secondary folder. Well, let me fix that. I have 2 programs folder, one on the main menu and one on my sub menu. And I removed the Enfield button from the sub menu because reasons. But we're going to put it back because reasons. Because again, I'm too lazy to go hunting for it. There we go. All right. Let me go ahead and boop, boop. And put that right there. There we go. Also, you know what? While I'm here, since it's just you and me, Raiden, and a few lurkers, I'm going to go ahead and set up an automatic transition thing while I'm setting up Enfield here. Because I know there's a way to do it. I just need to figure out how. So you guys are going to listen to me absolutely fumble fuck my way through making a new OBS capture method. Basically, I'm going to make it so that it's changes captures for me. The only issue is... Hold on. Haha. Focused window capture. Huh. Alright, let's go ahead and make a new source for that. Do. Do. Window capture. Okay. Capture method automatic. Let's see here. There it is. Now the question is why is it all the way up in that fucking corner? I do not know. Let's fix that. Because I haven't defined it as anything. Okay, alright. Well, let's see if it works the way I think it will without defining it first, yeah? Rename. I've also been trying to tweak my audio a little bit so it's a little more balanced. I don't know how it sounds to you guys, if it's too loud or too soft. I've been working on it. New setup always has growing pains for me because I'm trying to unlearn the stuff that I learned with the Go XLR and apply it to this instead. It's vastly different. I think I had more fine-tuned control with the Go XLR. Only not because this doesn't have fine control. I can see there's like the Go XLR was a very deep lake. This is an ocean, all right? There's a lot of depth for the fine tuning. However, I have a lot more experience with the other one, so it's going to be a learning curve. It be like that, but I think in the end it'll sound better. Rename and move. Rename that to focus window. Move that all the way down here. I don't know why you're sticking. Keep going, keep going. Keep going. There it is. All right. So, we're going to go ahead and pull up Enfield. You know, I've disabled I don't know if you guys could hear that, but I've disabled system sounds many different ways on my computer. I have it muted in Wave Mark III. I have it muted in the system tray, and I have it muted in the volume tab. However, for some reason, despite all of this fuck-ass Windows 11 keeps playing system sounds and I don't understand it. It's driving me fucking insane. I have muted it 3 different ways. And they still insist on playing system sounds. It drives me fucking nuts. Windows 11. Not a fan. The tools that Natris gave me, Natris actually gave me a whole bunch of different things that let you preset and just carve out things from Windows 11. Those tools are making it infinitely bearable. There's no AI bullshit in here. No Claude, no whatever the fuck they package with Windows nowadays. None of that. No, there's none of that. However, like, it's still Windows 11. Okay, you guys are gonna hear it before anything else, but I'm gonna go ahead and... Well, now, why is it not... Hold on, why are you capturing those ones? Brave. What is Brave? Huh. Yeah. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and set that to Enfield. Blah! Too big. Too damn big. Stop that. Blah. I'm trying to set up a method so that I can automatically capture. There it is. Okay, so there's that. Let's go ahead and see if we can go ahead and set this up to automatically do. That's right. You're here with me, Raiden, so you get to watch me fumble my way through this nonsense. All right. So, you, scene, yes, titled. Love you too, buddy. That's to heart, is what that is. I know you guys only hurt me because you love me. It's not an abusive relationship, I swear. Okay, so there's that. Why is it capturing those ones, but not... Source visibility works. Don't worry, I'm used to troubleshooting strings. Well, it's not just troubleshooting. I'm trying to make it easier so I don't have to fumble for manually capturing something every single time so I can make things smoother in the future. And I'm doing it now so I don't have an excuse to not do it. Because I keep just... okay, modifies a window capture source to show the current focused window. All right, so we're going to go ahead and delete. Delete. Speaking of delete, dude, you guys seen what happened to fucking Doctor Who? Holy shit. Imagine in less than 10 years so supremely fucking a 60-year-old franchise that you can no longer push it as state-sponsored propaganda and you have to shelve it. It is that radioactive. Holy shit. Because, by the way, Doctor Who, BBC, that's state-sponsored, so it is state-sponsored, and it has been propaganda for a little bit. So, ooh, They fucked that up. God damn. Like, it's bad. It's bad, bad. Okay, it's giving me 2 of them, but it's not giving me the last one. Okay, hold on. Maybe it's my naming conventions that I messed up here. Dude, it's bad. Like... And some people are like, oh, well, go woke, go broke, am I right? It's not because they went woke, went broke, okay? First of all, I'm going to be that guy in the room, all right? Doctor Who is very much like Star Trek. It has always been, quote, woke. No, the problem was not going woke. Doctor Who always had this kind of see the best in people... genocide isn't the answer, egalitarian kind of, like, just happy puppy dogs kind of wokeness, if we want to say that to it. No, the issue is they started pushing that at the expense of good writing and storytelling. They could have had all that because they had had that for a while if they had just kept the good writing and storytelling. if they just had kept the good writing, they could have had what they wanted. But instead they're like, we don't need any of that talent and artistry and good plot hooks and things that make sense and respect for the lore and respect for the viewer, and we don't need any of that. No. Fuck them. Okay, I guess. Good luck, I guess. You fucking dumbasses. I swear. Like, just a bad idea all around. Okay, now hold on. Why is that? Alright, match title, otherwise capture, Okay, we're gonna rename this again. Maybe it's because I had the title as the plugin name. That might be why. It really is a shame. I truly, like, growing up I was watching Doctor Who. This was before the revival back in, what was it, 2007? 2006? Something like that. Before the revival, I was watching it, and I really liked it. And then they revived it, and I was like, man, Eccleston's great. And then Tennant hit the scene. Dude, David Tennant just commanding as the Doctor. Fantastic. Now, controversial take. I didn't really like Matt Smith. All right, that's just me. I didn't like 11. Not a fan. Capaldi, however, the writing wasn't as stellar, but Capaldi was great. He really was. And then it took a sharp nosedive right towards the end, and it never pulled up. It crashed right into the ground, and you'd think, okay, well, the worst part of a plane crash is a plane hitting the ground, right? Like, that's the worst part. You hit the ground, but then it's over. Then people can pick themselves up out of the wreckage and get some medical attention and, you know, carry on with their lives if they still have them. Some will be dead, and it is a tragedy, but the plane has crashed. No, it crashed, and somehow, defying all laws in physics, it kept crashing in perpetuity. The crash just never ended. It's truly impressive. I don't know how they did it. It's impressive and horrifying, actually. It's just sad, man. You would think they would, you know, have learned that writing can carry any message they want to push. But instead they're like, nah, we don't need that good writing. We'll just, yeah, we'll just do whatever the fuck we want, you know? Okay, now, what in the hell? What the hell? I have a PDN window. But that's stupid. Oh my god. Hey, I don't want to have to sacrifice one of my other things. I really don't. Delete. Okay. I might have to sacrifice one of my other ones, unfortunately. It'd be like that sometimes. Okay. We're going to go ahead and sacrifice Brave and just set up a new one. So where is Brave? And this massive list of stuff. There it is. Okay. Alright, so filters, because I'm sure I got them. Okay, gonna go ahead and delete crop pad. Close. Alrighty. Now, gonna go to Brave. We're going to go to Enfield. Alright, let's see if that worked. Move everything over. Move that over. Alright, scene. Rizoa, window capture name Brave. Cap tour. There we go. Alright. Alright, click on Enfield and click capture. Okay, let's see if that worked. No, it did not, of course. Son of a bitch. I already got rid of my crop and everything, too. Okay. Okay. We're going to have to go back to that, I think, at some point. There is Bar Raider, who is fantastic, by the way, has made something to do exactly this, but for some reason it's not interfacing correctly, so I'm going to have to go ahead and go into the deep settings in a little bit. Home again, home again. What do we got? Hey. Oh, we're missing 3. Oh well. It'd be like that. They're finally adding collect all buttons, which I fucking adore. And that is still growing. Whoop. Really? Okay. Production assist. You. You don't get to take breaks. Alright. So, it's been a little bit. We have a few new pieces of technology. I think we're nearing the end of the Wu Ling arc, actually, which is neat. Core IC area is still absolutely essential, obviously, and it's where I have most of my stuff set up. Which I think I have set to tick over nicely and should not be clogged at all, but we will find out right now. We're up to 360 cuprium, which is really nice to bring in. Let's see if that actually translates over. Hell yes, you are. Let's see. Okay, I see absolutely no blockage. You're sitting at 50 without being blocked. And I am showing no blockage here. Okay, so this pipe nightmare of complications that you guys are seeing here is a spillway reducer. Now, the thing is that for some godforsaken reason, so this right here, it's supposed to take in a cuprium ore and a water every 2 seconds and make a cuprium and a sewage, right? Straightforward, to the point. Every 2 seconds, I should get one of these, right? It doesn't work that way, and I don't fucking know why. Let me explain what I mean. For some reason, it is producing more sewage than one every 2 seconds. These, right here, consume a sewage once every 2 seconds, all right? So since these consume a sewage once every 2 seconds, they're the perfect outlet for the other one, right? Wrong, because like I said, for some reason it's producing more than one every 2 seconds, and I don't fucking know why. So I had to go in and I had to actually like figure out a logic gate that would act as a spillway reducer. And then I hooked these three up. Jesus Christ, kid. When I tell you it's every night, it is every night. He waits until I hit the go live button, and I know it because I have delayed going live, and he has been serene. Serene as the Buddha itself. And then I hit going live, and the kid's like, "Where's Daddy? Where's Daddy? He's supposed to be here showering me in kisses and attention." He's my son. He is absolutely my son. The little gremlin. I love him so much. I love him so much. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but he is losing his mind in the other room, probably because his mom, well, there's a list of things she could have done to annoy him. She could have cleaned him and changed his diaper. All right, that one really gets him upset. Don't ask me why. She could have not cleaned him and changed his diaper, which understandably gets him upset. I mean, I'd be upset too if I was dirty. She could have fed him. Sometimes it makes him cry. The joys of parenthood. She could have not let him eat his own vomit. Oh yeah, that's a big one. You don't let him eat his own vomit, and you don't let him sit in his own pee, and he gets real mad, that kid. He says, "That was yogurt, and I made it, all right? I made it, and I masticated it, all right? And I want to eat it, and now you're taking it away from me. That's not fair, all right? That's just not fair. I made that." How rude. Oh, that kid's a mess. I love him so much. He's so cute. He's finally started smiling. Like, actually looking at something and smiling instead of just smiling whenever he has gas, because there's a difference. And man, my heart. Oh, my heart. Anyway. So, you would think, okay, these are clearly producing more than they're supposed to. So it gets clogged over here because these get full, and then these get clogged, and my cuprium production drops, all right? And that's not a good thing. So what do? Well, you make a pressure outlet valve. Well, the thing is the pressure outlet valve also didn't work because the pressure outlet valve, the way it was set up, was siphoning too much away, and then these did not have enough. See, that's a problem too. So these then didn't have enough while my cuprium production was perfectly fine. Cool. So instead what I did is Are you guys getting enough water? You aren't. I need to up your water supply. Fuck. Every single time. It's a good thing I have an empty water reservoir right here. That is actually exactly why I have this right here. It's almost like I knew this would happen. I even have a spare outlet all ready for you. Hold on. Let me go ahead and move you back one space. There we go. It's almost like I knew this exact thing would happen. Bam. That should fix that problem. So, my solution, because of the fact that the pressure relief valve was now siphoning off too much stuff, is I tackled it just like I would tackle an actual problem in real life. If your pressure relief valve is siphoning off too much of your main pressure, you have two choices. You either tighten the valve to make sure it can't release as much, and then your supply should get enough. However, that creates different complications when it comes to tolerances and stuff like that. Or alternatively, if the system can take it, you increase the pressure. So, this was 3 producing in. I built a 4th one producing in, and a couple others, but that's just because I had spare. Anyway, so this now actually siphons all the way over here and siphons in 4 of them to supply these 3. And that has apparently hit the magic number because now none of these are full of byproduct. None of these are lacking byproduct. So everything is going either this way or into the pressure release valve. And everyone's fucking happy. I can't tell you how long it took for me to sit here and figure out the correct ratio of splits because, like, this is 50% and then this is 50%. Or I'm sorry, no, this is 50%, and then this is 1.5, and then this is 50 and 50 of that, and then this is another combiner, and then this is another 50%. So it had to split and gauge by ratios so that it would kick back enough into the main supply here and also have a means of relieving pressure out to here and up through here. And what is it relieving pressure out to? Well, there is a new area that has a device that actually processes the byproduct that you kick out there, the industrial waste. It processes all the industrial waste that you send to it and turns it into this stuff. The good stuff. Oh boy, my lights are flickering. If you lose me, you know why. It's not intentional, I promise. Is it even raining right now? Why are my lights flickering? Anyway, so it takes that and it turns it into more of this stuff. So now I actually have an incentive not to clean it. I just use it to generate here and generate here, and that's it. So all of my sewage producers are now in one place. That way, you know, oh, you are overloaded. Huh. Re-he-he-heely. Well, I don't like that. Okay, here we go. Do-do-do-do. Baby's affecting the power supply. I mean, he's a pretty super kid. I wouldn't doubt it. He's got to be getting all this energy from somewhere, right? Okay, so this one needed an additional pressure release. We'll see if that fixes it. He needs all the joules. No, he doesn't. He has enough energy as it is. I tell you, his mom and me are wore out. All right. Okay, so that takes it and splits it over. That should actually be enough. Because there's no backup there. And there's no backup there. And there's no split there, so it still has one that I can do all by its own. These three combine into one. Okay, yeah. Alright, these three are now properly draining. They were hitting the cap, and they hit the cap, and it loses a little bit of time efficiency, but that adds up over time, so they started to get overloaded. Now you need just a wee bit more, and we are going to kick that over to you. Give me 1 second. Do. That's a splitter. We need a combiner. Is that a bridge? Okay, we're going to shift that over to a combiner instead. Pipe converger. Okay. Hot damn, we already have a pipe right here. Not even using it. Don't even know what I was originally using. Well, I was probably using it as a secondary supply for the other runoff, but it can now do that instead. That should supply more than enough water since it was running into a dead end anyway. There we go. Different problem, different system. That should work. The plants, I'm not worrying about those running over along with the refinement over here. Honestly, those are going to hit cap pretty easily because I'm overproducing on those to meet future expansions if I need it. These ones are the ones that I want ticking along with these ones over here because, man, that's some expensive shit. I tell you, that's some expensive shit. But the problem is I can't possibly produce enough of zircon effluent to keep these running steadily without massively overhauling everything. So a 1-to-1 ratio is what I'm sticking with right now because it's close enough that I can produce my heavy zeronite. It's enough, and enough is enough in this case. I could maybe eke out another 0.5% of efficiency from these. I'm not going to. I'm good. I'm good, thanks. Sounds like a pain in the ass to me. Okie dokie. So, basically, I have enough raw cuprium ore going into here, 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 and here. This is the offshoot one. This is the one that honestly took me the longest to figure out because I was like, man, I am producing exactly 360 units of ore. But somehow, for some reason, I'm only using 352, 355. So it started to lead to me to get way too many of these. And I was like, well, man, what the fuck? What the fuck's going on? And then I realized little micro stutters in the process when they'd hit cap and then randomly drain were what were fucking me. So I just decided, you know what? We're going to have one runoff one and that'll be fine. That's enough. That'll be enough. And it was. Thank goodness. Although that doesn't mean much because it's all going into... Where is it? It's all going into cuprium, and for the most part, I'm using my cuprium pretty much right away. Which I think... Yeah, so like I'm using that to make heatonite, and heatonite's a whole fucking nut roll. Dear sweet lord, heatonite. It's a zillion times worse than anything else I've had to build. He's out for now. I heard him kicking up a storm. Did you clean him? Is that why he was screaming?
Yeah, I was changing.
Yeah, you were changing his diaper. I kind of figured. Why are you cleaning me, woman? It's my filth. I made it. Stop. Yep, we won't let him sit in his pee. We won't let him sit in a dirty diaper, and he's just incensed about it. You guys want to see some absolute bullshit? So this is the newest sub pack over here. Do you know what it's almost entirely devoted to by itself? This entire production arena is devoted to making one single fucking item. This whole place makes one thing. And not only does this whole place make one thing, this whole thing makes one thing in one fucking place. You see this? You see all of this right here? The stuff that's taking up a good 60% of the entire arena, to the point where having it like this is so prohibitive. Installing anything else of any kind of other means is sort of a pain in the ass. Yeah, this is all to make. And this isn't even the whole production supply, by the way, because I have to make this shit somewhere else. I have to grind this somewhere else because I didn't have room for it here. So it takes acid, and it takes this through a reactor crucible into a purification unit, down and through, because I didn't want to route it up, into a conduit inlet manifold, up here, out of that conduit inlet manifold, into a reactor crucible, combined with this, which I also have to grind somewhere else to make heatonite. All of that for one unit, to be able to make one unit per every 2 seconds of heatonite. That's 30 a minute. That's a lot of real estate for one fucking hunk of metal. It's a very valuable hunk of metal. It really is, and I hate it. Oh, setting this up was such a pain in the ass. Oh my god, like all the things you're seeing that are extra around it, I was like, well, I gotta use this space somehow. I'm gonna go ahead and... How dare you keep him clean? Yeah, I know, he's incensed by it. He is absolutely livid by the fact that we keep him meticulously clean and in clean and dry clothes at all time. How dare we? How dare we? It's unacceptable and uncalled for, honestly. Keeping him clean? Ugh. We should let him develop a diaper rash and all this other terrible stuff instead of making sure that he's bathed and cleaned regularly and fed and played with and all this other stuff. He's starting to make he's starting to try and make burbly noises. Instead of just crying, he's actually like going da aga ba da, which is cute. It's cute as hell. Oh my goodness. The kid's trying to communicate. Unfortunately, I don't speak baby. I used to. I'm no longer fluent, you know. I think that was all of us. But look at this nonsense. This is stupid. This is ridiculous. Oh, and you know the other worst part? This right here produces sewage. It produces the offshoot. So you know what I had to do? I had to route this conduit inlet all the way... Look at this nonsense. I had to... Stop that. I had to route that conduit inlet from the marker stone, like... Everything else that produces that is over here at Wuling City in the north, right? Markerstone's all the way over here in the southeast. The place that the sewage needs to go to treat it is all the way over here. Here. So I had to route that shit all the way across the world. Not even for a lot of sewage, maybe for like 10 units a minute. But the thing is the way the water treatment works is the more I can route in, the faster it produces the good stuff. And I was like, I can't waste any of it. I need to route it all. Oh, that was such a pain in the ass. It's worth it. Like at first, I saw this water treatment thing and I was like, why the fuck would Hypergriff add this? This is so stupid. And then I thought, wait a minute. It's giving the very last tier. Also, hi, look, it's Mifu. Told you she'd be a character. She's adorable. I like her face. Anyway. I looked at the production pieces it was skipping and its effect on production. I was like, oh shit. This thing that's in a corner in the middle of nowhere is actually incredibly valuable and useful. And I hate it. Because you know what that means? That means I'm going to have to route every single sewage production line all the way across the world so it can end up here, go into these, and then produce this. See, like, you see how it's constantly changing? 1 unit every 5 seconds, 1 unit every 6 seconds. That's because of the length of the pipeline, because, again, it stretches all the way over the world. There's a variable flow rate to it due to the speed that it can travel through each conduit and pipe outlet. So it's keeping right around 5 to 6 units a second, which is going to keep me at 5 to 6 seconds to make 1 zircon effluent. That doesn't sound like a lot, but it is a lot. That's up to 30 of this extra a second, which is a whole lot for not having to utilize any of the production capabilities, platforms, or spaces that I would have to otherwise. And that also means that it doesn't matter that the heart area is being absolutely dominated by Heatonite production, because this is pulling up the slack when it comes to zircon effluent production, and also taking care of waste disposal. So it works both ways. Wait, hold on. Are you blocked? How are you blocked? Wait, what? What the shit? No fucking way. My one real complaint here is the fact that I cannot go into a bird's eye view to set up these pipes. Because of the way the game is, it only lets you do that when you're in an actual AIC area. Okay, I see what we need. We gotta split this one more time. Okay. We are not gonna be having any inefficiencies here. It's meeting at this connector and then being blocked by that somehow. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and overhaul that real quick. I was so exhausted with doing this that after I got it routed, I was like, you know what? That's enough. Okay. That's quite enough. I'm good. I don't want to do this anymore. I just left it as is. Hedonism production. Oh, so it's a bathwater facility. I can promise you, you do not want to bathe in the industrial sewage despite how purple it looks. Not hedonism, heatonite. Different. Okay. Let's cut that, run that way. That switchback should fix most of the problem, I think. Okay, so now that's ticking off, and this one should also be ticking off. Let's check. Okay, so now it's ticking closer to 6 units a second, which is what we want, because at 6 units a second, this is 1 unit every 5 seconds, which is 30. That's exactly what we want. So yeah. I was a little curious as to why that was. Let's check the actual flow. Okay, it's still getting slightly blocked, but nowhere near as badly as it was. So that means it's just an overwhelming flow rate through that half of it. And then this other side looks to be fine. Huh. Tell you what let's do. Here's what let's do. God, I hate this so much. Okay, it's because of an intake flow stack error. Let's go ahead and shift that over to here. This is my weakest intake production line. This is specifically the one that runs all the way over to the heart area, and I imagine that's why that one's snoozing, and this one's probably not taking in as much. So we're going to go ahead and run a bridge over from this one. Over. Bam. All in one shot. And then that should split that enough that it won't be a problem anymore, I hope. Unless it just continues to be a fucking problem. The bridge shouldn't be a problem. Why is the bridge being a problem? I'm this close to just running everything direct and not having any splits at all. Alright, let's check it. It is now steady at 6 units a second, which is exactly what I wanted. Instead of dipping down into 5, it is now staying there. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, so it's steady with a longer pulse rate. That's not as much of a problem as I thought it would be. So it's going to pulse about once every 15 seconds, give or take, but that's better than it doing it every other second. So that should give us a steadier flow rate there. Now my question is, you, pipe bridge. Yes, you. Oh, I'm sorry. You, pipe splitter. What's your major malfunction here? Wait, what? Uh-huh. Intake. Over. But they're meeting right there. That's what the problem is. Is it because of the secondary outlet? We can just run that. No, but we already are running that. Wait, what? Why are you having an issue here? This one cannot be outputting that much more. It is not possible. You annoying little shit. You are. You really are. Holy shit. Okay, which one is it? You know what? It doesn't matter which one is. The outcome will remain the same. This is why I'd like to have a bird's eye view of this nonsense. I think if we take both of these out in double pipe and then split each of those, that would end up with 2, 4, 6, 8. Damn, that's too much. That's much too much. Even 2, 4 is iffy. So I think we're just going to have to settle for 6 units a second. It's a delivery problem. I'll figure it out eventually, once the tism in my brain is focused on it. But for now, that's not the most important thing, honestly. It is now producing an acceptable amount. In fact, that should be a spike. Isn't that a spike? Where's my production list? Let's see. Zircon effluent. It is. Yield is now 180 a minute and usage is 150. This is the ideal range. This is the actual range. Good. That's what you like to see. Nice. Alright. enough about all that nonsense. So, our mission today, let me go ahead and bring up our handy dandy notebook and then put in new missions here. Oh, come on. Share the screen. All right, so these ones are all done. So let's go ahead and... Okay. Go ahead and save all that. All right. Let's see. What do we need? What do we need? We need a... Why do I have caps lock on? Oh yeah, this is Enfield. One. Start artificing the physical team's gear. That is necessary. I need to start artificing that because they are behind. I feel that they have high potential, just haven't been realized because my lightning team is currently artificed to hell and nobody else is, so it puts them way ahead of everyone else. That's good tea. I need a... Goodness. It's the energy effulsions, right? Hold on. No, not that. She's adorable. She is also adorable. And her attack stat scares me a little bit. She's the one that's artifice to the gills. She's fucking redonk right now. 699 will, and that's her primary stat. Yeesh. Anyway, she needs an essence. So let's go ahead and put that on the list. Essence for me, Fu Dayo. And I'm going to go ahead and add this one and check it off since we already did it. Smooth production lines, which I already did. Alright, so we need an essence for Mifu, and we need to start artificing the physical team's gear, because I think I'm going to move over to a physical team, because I like how often they can just stagger things out. It's just fun being able to stagger the shit out of things. Okie doke. Oh, hey, I get to test my other tool now. Doop. Hey, it works. All right, cool. I have buttons that focus different windows now, as opposed to me having to go and manually find them. So as soon as I unlearn bad habits and me trying to alt-tab and go and find something, I'll be able to actually just handle everything without having to exit out of the game and waste a good 20 seconds trying to fix my windows. Yay! Mifu, surprisingly, is a physical damage dealer. I was expecting her to be lightning to support her boss, but apparently not. And this amaranthine tassel is her custom weapon. Also, it's a greatsword, which I was not expecting. I was expecting her to punch everything in the face. That's also a bit of a surprise. For her, she basically deals with... she is a combo caster, kind of? It's weird. So, she's a lot like Rossi. Rossi has this thing where she has a move that combos out if you do certain things. So you cast it once, and then you can cast it again at a reduced cost, but for more damage, if you meet certain criteria. For Mifu, that's her whole gimmick. She wants an enemy to have a whole bunch of vulnerability stacks on them, at least 3. Once they have 3, she wants to hit them with either her battle skill or her ultimate to consume those stacks. And if you hit them with the battle skill and consume those stacks, then there is a 3rd stage to the battle skill. So the battle skill usually goes first stage, which refunds 50. So it uses 100 to cast it, refunds 50, And then the second stage, which costs 50. So basically, stage 1 and 2 is net 100 cost, essentially, because it has that refund in the middle. But stage 1, it gathers things, like it groups enemies up together. Stage 2, it hits them really hard and then consumes their physical vulnerability. If you consume 3 of it, then it goes on to stage 3, which hits like a Mack truck, which I like. So for Mifu, we need this essence. Oop. What in the world? What in the hell? Okay, that's a new one. What in the Windows 11 is going on here? Excuse you? That is not what I'm trying to do. Windows 11, for some reason, is making it so... What the fuck? Okay, so escape is usually how I exit out of a menu. Or bring up my pause menu, and it's not letting me do that. Oh, God. Windows 11, what have you done? Why are you like this? Please stop. So, okay, there it is. Thank God. So, for some reason, it was making it so that the escape key was minimizing the window instead of, like, opening up something in the game, which is not good when escape is the only thing that brings up the pause menu. That's not a good thing. Alright, so artificing. I already have plenty of stuff. Do I have the gubbins for it? How much? Oh, hey, Xeron flow. I have 381. That is going to be enough to maybe artifice all of Mifu's gear, and that's going to be it. Oh, and even that's close. Even that might not be enough to actually artifice all of it, which is a real pain in the ass. Okay. Let's go with the easy thing first and the pain thing later, yeah? Let's go beat some people up. That's going to be the easier of the two things to do. So, Sword Vault Dayo has a new Severe Energy Alluvium, which has what I need for Mifu. Sword Vault Dale, also like the test area that you guys just saw, is fucking gorgeous. I think I already posted pictures of it. It's very pretty. Like, look at all that, man. It's funny how, to borrow vernacular of my Zoomer compatriots, it is laughable how Sword Vault Dale fucking mogs the competition. Like, legitimately. Just comparing Wu Ling to Valley 4 is laughable, because for Valley 4, they were like, yeah, it's a valley. Sure. Whatever. Maybe it has, like, I don't know, some, oh my God, she drinks an energy drink while she's resting. Oh, that's hilarious. You can do what they can. He just puts it back in her pocket. So Valley 4 was just generic valley with maybe some facilities in it, and also had maybe some Aether stuff in it somewhere, science labs and stuff like that. But then you get to Wu Ling, and it is very clear they had very specific art styles, intentions, the way buildings merge with the landscape and all this stuff. Valley 4 was Babby's first Gmod map, and then Wu Ling is the most beautiful scene you've ever seen in Unreal Engine 4 ever. I say Unreal Engine 4 because Unreal Engine 5 is ass. Like, I don't... The disparity between visual fidelity between Valley 4 and Wu Ling is hilarious. Because you're walking around Valley 4 and there are absolutely no vistas where you're like, wow, this is really pretty. And then you just come to a random common area in Wu Ling and you're like, holy shit, this is fucking gorgeous. I wonder if they were biased at all. You think they were biased at all? I think they might have been biased. All I'm going to say is if the next area that they make doesn't look as good as Wu Ling, they gonna have... It's not going to go well. They have to live up to this standard now. They don't have a choice. Okay, I have 29 more tickets. So let's see if we can get it in 29, yeah. Okay, Essence wish list. We only need one for the Amaranthine Tassel, because I think we have one for all of the other one. Oh, wait. Do we have one for Mountain Bear? I don't know if we have one for Mountain Bear. Because I pulled Mountain Bear relatively recently. I think I pulled that today, actually. Where are you, Twink? There you are, Twink. 100%. 100% a Twink. Anyway. Yeah, Mountain Bear does not have an essence infused. Let's filter this out to agility, physical, efficacy. Agility, physical, efficacy. Oh, we already had one set aside. It's like I was waiting for this weapon to get here. All right, he's got one on there. So his weapons, actually, hold on. What changed? Because there's a visual element that changes on these whenever you do that. I can't see it, though. I think it's all the way up near the... Yeah, it's near the spearhead. Okay. So this glowing part only happens when you infuse a perfect essence. Alrighty. Yours is infused, which I need to upgrade. But, you know, strapped for resources. It's still relatively early game for resources, at least. You do not have one on tap, do you? Strength, attack, combative. So that's strength, attack, combative. No, I do not have one for you. I do have a flawed one, or a pure essence. So we'll use the pure essence for now. And then afterwards, we'll hope we can get a flawless essence. Cool beans. So the pure essences, the difference between a pure essence and a flawless essence is a pure essence cannot be etched. You can etch a flawless essence to raise their stats, basically. Like this one for detonate. This one has massive stats, and this one can actually be improved in the even in the detonate stack over here. But this pure essence is stuck the way it is. So, like, cool, it has all the stats I need. However, it could be better, which is why you want to farm out a pure flawless essence, which is what we're about to do. I could also run power here to install a bunch of these things, but I'm too fucking lazy. All right, we can go ahead and... Yep, so the only one we're going to need is Amaranthine Tassel. I don't think we even want any other essences, as far as I know. Ooh, that was a good pop. Okay. Yep, that's good enough for me. Let's get this show on the road. Oof. All right, that's 1, 2, 3. He's already dead. Because of course he is. 1, 2. He did not last long. Damn it. Stop hiding. Get out of your bubble, you piece of shit. Oh my god. You piece of shit. You absolute piece of shit. You're almost dead and you're gonna turtle up like that? Alright, what do we get? What do we got? What do we see? Come on, big money, no whammies. Nope. 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 Really? None of them? Oh, that one was close. If only nature damage boost had been replaced by attack. Let me check something real quick, actually. Okay, so they're 8 and 8. Ugh, so it's even chances for each. I hate that. I hate that so much. Okay. So, to explain this, if you haven't ever done Energy Illuvium before, you have to pick 3 of the top one, and you can pick 1 of each of these. So basically, up here, you'll have a 1/3 chance of getting the one you want, and then down here, you'll get a guaranteed chance of getting the one you want, and a 1 out of 8 chance of getting the one you want. So it's guaranteed 1/3, 1/8. I'd like if you can just uncheck these, but you have to check 3 of them, unfortunately. I want strength, attack, and combative. So all 3 of those have to line up to get me one that I want. But you only have to farm one once, as long as you don't accidentally burn it, increasing another one, which is why you always lock the ones you want. We're going to switch from combative over to attack, and now combative will be the random one. Oh, I have potions for it. Stop telling me that. How many potions do I have? I have fucking 23. I have enough, okay? Don't remind me again today. Losers. Nerd. Where's the next one? There he is. You thought you were gonna get away, didn't you? Good job, kid. Oof! I had the full charge on that one, baby. Get fucked! Of course we're gonna burn double tickets, why wouldn't we? Hey, we got one. Okay, so this is actually the first time. So they've added that wish list feature that you guys saw. That's a new thing. I didn't know if it would give me an indicator here or if I had to open it, but this indicates that, yep, perfect match for the one thing I had wish list. It's a 1 in each of them. Pain Becco. That's fine. We're fine. This is fine. At least we got one, right? I'm tempted to do a few more runs to see if we can get a better one, but maybe that's just my greed talking. Incredibly rude of you, sir. My man. Get out of here, monkey. Oh god, he's got me. Eh. Oh. Damn. She's basically got a pile bunker strapped to her wrist, which is hilarious. You know what? No, we aren't dealing with you. Definitely need to artifice their gear because this takes a lot longer with my physical team than it would in with my lightning team. And I think it's because they're not artificed. Whoops. There we go. Just to show you what I'm talking about, this is the ridiculous lightning team I have set up right now. Oh boy. Here we go. Did you see that? I was sandbagging that whole time. They all melted. So, vastly stronger than the physical team right now, but that's because the... We won't need two like that. We'll just keep the one. Etch. Okay. Going to go ahead and etch in our main combative attribute first. God. This one's always the worst one to burn in. Goodness. You were just hungry, aren't you? How much coolant gel do I have? Enough. Okay. After the first level up, this one's being fed some coolant gel. Actually, tell you what. We're going to take advantage of the very high first for the minor stat growth here. Really? How did you miss that very high chance twice? Then we'll hit the highs, and then that should go straight to low. Now they're all even, give or take. Alright, so those are halfway up. Eat your food! Thank you! Alright, very low. Now we're going to feed it some coolant gel. Cool beans. Limit reached on that. So it's all 3, 3, and 3 now. Okay, this is probably going to use up my entire supply. Hey, we got one. Can we get two? Not before we run out, we can't. Okay. Oh, wait. We have one left. Nope. Pain. Okay, so coolant gel supply, currently at 490. I can use that to take that from 4 to 5, or from 3 to 4. It's 250 there and 120 there. I want them even, so we'll take that one there. We do have to farm some more perfect essences to be able to etch this one up further, but now the attack boost is at 7 out of 9, along with the strength boost, and the combative is at 4 out of 4. My only complaint is this right here. So these ones go all the way up to 9 with the pot 1 weapon. You need a pot 5 weapon to get the unique attribute all the way to max, and that frustrates the hell out of me. I am not pot 5ing a fucking weapon. I'm not doing it, okay? I am much too lazy for that bullshit. We are not doing that. Absolutely not. Think I'm made of weapons currency? I still posit and I still say there should not be a weapon gacha. Not in this game. Weapons and Arknights were always very unique. I think that they should come with their character. The rest of it, the flawless essence, all that stuff, absolutely. But when you pull a character, you should get one copy of their weapon at least. But that's just me. Okay. God damn, that's a big power boost. Holy shit. How much did that raise your actual attack stat? Holy shit. Enough to be impressive. We're gonna go ahead and... How much is it to max you out right now? 190,000. Too much. Much too much. That's expansive. We're gonna have to wait a little bit. We're gonna have to so you're just gonna be a level each day, I think. I can eat the cost if I just do one level with her each day. Oh hey, weekly routine. Oh. Damn. Damn. Already did those? Wait, Trials of... Okay, so Trials of Swordmancy comes out this week. That just hasn't come out yet. Got it. Umbral Monument 2 times. 1,000 Oraline crystals. Let's see, that's 5, 6. The number that comes after 6 plus 1 is 8. That can take me up to here. Fuck you, I'm not saying it. Shut up, lurker. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, there's not much more we have to do here. We just need to go and get some Oraline crystals, or we could wait for the Trials of Swordmancy. So this is our first contingency contract. Contingency contract, for those of you guys who don't play Arknights, is the pinnacle of any Arknights challenge. It is the tippy-tip top of challenges in Arknights. If you want to find out just how well optimized your team is, take them into contingency contract. If they can at least, at the bare minimum, if they can at least get maximum risk for like your okay, let me rephrase that. Triple S. So triple S is the quote maximum risk for getting rewards, right? On the main stage and contingency contract. However, risk goes way past that. So if your team can at least get triple S, which is maximum reward risk, then your team is decent. If your team can max risk, your team's pretty fucking well optimized. We need 2. Let's just go get some Oraline crystals, because if that's going to take us to 8, then I just need 1,000. That's not much at all. We can do that. That ain't no big thing. Operations manual. Permanent. That's where it is. Etch space. There's no point in doing this, is there? I already have them all, don't I? Yeah, my metrics are done. We're done with the metrics. We don't need to hit this anymore, do we? Nope. We're just going to be cutting up to the final boss area anyway. Which, by the way, the first area is of Etch Space Salvage is entirely done. I don't know how they'd expand the area after this, because I couldn't find any offshoot areas leading from here, so I imagine it's going to be an entirely different place to salvage. Which is neat, and cool, and neat. But man, it was a pain in the ass. At some point, I need to walk through here and find all of the places that the chests are, because I'm sure I've missed 1 or 2 somewhere. No, we're gonna make someone go and fry themselves because it's funny. And the easiest way to fight this boss at the same time. Fuck off. Let's do it. Bring it on, fat man. Really? How did we stagger you before you ran? Run. Okay, now roast yourself, nerd. That's what I fucking thought. When you first fight this boss, those flamethrowers aren't on. But as a shortcut to get past this boss quickly, you can go up there and turn on the flamethrowers, and then whenever he hops up there, he'll just end himself, which is hilarious. You'd think you'd notice before you jump up there, but no, he too dumb. Bomb strat reigns supreme. Get fucked. No, we aren't doing that. All according to Cake. The ridiculous amount of bombs that I made back in Valley 4, still haven't ran through them all yet, and I usually throw them directly at an enemy when a fight starts. So somehow I made enough of them that I just still haven't come near running out yet. I don't know if that's a good thing or if I was a little obsessed with making bombs. Unhealthily so. What am I sitting at? Oh, we're already 3,300? Yeah, let's just fucking get out of here. I don't need no more than this. Oh, god damn it, Windows 11, stop that. Windows. It's doing the thing again. Okay, I need to Alt-Tab, and then that'll fix it. That's fucking weird. It's 3,300, that's all we need. We just needed 1,000. Alright. And that should be all the weeklies, I think. Until contingency contract drops. Once that drops, hopefully my physical team will be actually online by then. Yeah, Lurker, I know I could drop out Ember for Chen or Gilberta or probably Li Fang as well. But Ember is here because otherwise this team has no healing. Ember is here just to make the process smoother, and meaning I don't have to nail every single one of my dodges. That's the only reason she's here. She is an excellent healer. A lot of people say she's not good. I think that, you know, with the amount of healing and barrier she can kick out, she definitely has a place because she can make it so that, oh, your team is struggling? Well, congratulations. You all have a magic healing barrier that can absorb most of the attack that's coming your way. Now you're not struggling anymore. Lay into them. Like, that's valuable to me. I like that. I know a lot of people don't like it because there are options that do more damage. I prefer having a healer on the team, which is also why Ardelia is on this team, because she heals via her sheep. Also, this motherfucker right here scares me. If you know, you know. And can we talk about the fact that Mifu is a sarcasm? With a fluffy tail? It still doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know. Sarkaz are usually more draconic of a race. But Mifu got fluffy tail. I haven't seen that before. And it cannot be healthy for your kidneys the way you're crushing all those energy drinks, alright? That is, you need to lay off, okay? Weekly routine. Nice. Claim all. 500, 100, 40k. 888. See, this is what I'm talking about. I get 100 Arsenal tickets for free a week and 500 Robberall, alright? You think I'm gonna waste Arsenal tickets trying to max potential a fucking weapon? You've lost your mind. Absolutely not. No, sir. How much do I have? 6,200? What's the pots for that? What are the pots for it? I actually need to check. I know that I already checked Mifu's potentials. Honestly, Mifu's potentials are the first ones that really feel underwhelming. Like, her first one is okay. And then the other ones are just kind of eh. Because, like, you don't need that shield all that much. Ultimate energy cost isn't really an issue with her. And an extra 0.1 times the original multiplier. And +5 stagger dealt. Keep in mind that's +5 out of fuck, how much? Damn it. +5 out of... It doesn't say here, really? How much stagger does that deal? Tell me. Give me the list. Oh. Oh. +5 out of 20. So it adds a 4th more stagger to max potential the character. And that's stagger. That's fucking nothing. An extra 10% damage on the battle skill and an extra 1/4 stagger on the ultimate. For max potential? Nah. I'm good. I ain't made of money. I don't like putting money into these games anyway, so we're not going to do that. Is what we're not going to do. I should probably throw a bone into this at some point. What's the next level? World Splitter Damage Multiplier, 548%. Yeesh. Ridiculous. Oh, hey. Oh, you're +30, huh? I think it's about time you became gainfully employed. Who do I have currently working on that? What's your... Okay, you're +30. Nope, you're better. You were just better all around. If only I had somebody who was better at minerals, though. Because, man, you were just... See, it's great to have 2 skills on here. Like, one slows mood drop and then the others increase. Unless you're focusing on one specific thing. But just about everyone else is like, grow this one thing. Or give a mood reduction thingy. But not both. So far, only 2 with both, which is weird. You think more people would be better at rocks than the weird wolf guy. Nope, he's it. That's the one. Okie dokie. We can start artificing. But first... It's kind of tonal whiplash to go from Arknights to Enfield. Because in Arknights, even with all of the fucking spoilers, I guess, even with all the nonsense going on with Priestess and PRTS and all that stuff right now, Originium is still a massive threat and absolutely horrible, and basically Satan incarnate on the all of reality that you're in. Whereas here, it's just like, tee-hee, we brought it with us and we're growing it everywhere, and it's not even the biggest threat. It's the Aether. Motherfucker, what do you mean it's not a threat? The sentient memory-storing rock cancer is kind of a threat. Oh, well, we have super medicines now, so it's not as bad. What do you mean not as bad? That still sounds pretty bad. Like, dude. Okay, it's looking like all of these lines were smoothed out with those minor changes I've made. So I honestly don't think I need much more here. We should be good for the most part. However, I'm probably going to be moving these 3 down here so I can have more space for battery production at some point. Speaking of battery production, how you doing? Yep, that's what I like to see. Cool. Essentially, that mass cleaner thing that all the sewage is running to outlets over here, and then this runs directly over here from the purification unit and this purification unit into these 2 fluid tanks, because at first it was being backed up a little bit until I figured out what I had to do, over here into this expanded crucible and then this reactor crucible. So the expanded crucible here is making both zircon effluent and everything else in between. whereas this one is only onboarding zircon effluent from the already purified source. What that means is basically just like you see over here, I have a pressure relief system out of this pipe nightmare that causes it to hit the max, but then not stopgap everything and just drain it off into the disposal area instead. What this does is this basically prevents this from hitting the max and instead puts it into a secondary line of production. Granted, that slows down the expanded crucible a lot, and I could probably improve it if I rerouted all of these lines and then made a similar flow reduction thing right here out of a bunch of exchangers. However, I'm not going to do that because, again, it would not, the juice would not be worth the squeeze. It would be a very small amount of production improvement for a massive headache. This is a lot more simple. I am willing to take the loss of maybe one of these rocks every 10, 20 minutes is what I'm losing. I'm good with that. If I'm producing 30 or 40 of these a second, I can lose, or not a second, 30 or 40 of these a minute, then I can lose one every 20 minutes. I'm perfectly fine with that. I ain't gonna worry about it. Although, where's my... Oh, Healy. I didn't realize I had removed that. Well, that's a massive pain in the ass now, isn't it? So we have all of those and none of them are backed up? Really? So all of you are just good now. Is that right? Did I finally smooth out my production lines? I mean, I thought I did, but usually there's something that shows up after time that you just didn't see. All right, so that's producing more than I need. Yield 420 a minute. Usage 450 a minute. So yeah, that's actually perfect because it's currently using 449. That is because the amount of time it takes to travel there subtracts by 1. So this is actually damn near perfect for the sewage usage. And then for this one, it's yielding roughly 30 a minute, a little bit below that, but I'm not too concerned. That's enough to keep my power supply up, and that's all I care about for that. As long as this stays blue and the yellow doesn't cross the blue, we will have unlimited power without me having to balance out my power systems. And that's all I care about. Now, eventually, I'm going to have to take this usage up to 3 a minute, 3 to 4 a minute, and that is going to be a colossal pain in the ass. But that is a problem for future Riz. Future Riz is going to have to deal with that because that means I'm going to need more it's going to mean either one of two things. Either A, I am already at the perfect level of battery production and I won't have to worry about anything, and everything will be sunshine and rainbows and me not having to worry about shit. Or B, as you can see here, the trough of this one is right at the peak of this one. These are going to alternate, and I'm going to have to deal with somehow expanding my production line to make more of the raw material to make more batteries, which is the fucking rock. This right here. This one that I'm siphoning all of this one off into to be able to produce this. I'm going to need to make more than 30. I'm going to need to make 60. But that's a problem for future Riz, because present Riz doesn't want to deal with that shit. That sounds like a massive pain in the ass, and I don't want to deal with it. How are you doing? You good? I gotta tell you, all the stop-starts I was getting, it's nice to finally see this ticking over correctly. Hello, my son. I see you're all swaddled up. Hi, my boy. How you doing? Hi. He's got these big old wide eyes. He sees everything.
He's upset about
Aw, is Mom being mean and not letting you eat your own vomit? I'm sorry, baby. I know that must be stressful. Mom, how could you not let him eat his vomit? That's his vomit. He made it. He's so upset. Big ol' eyes. He's got these big ol' eyes, and they're very cute. Hey, buddy. These big blue eyes and this beautiful blonde hair. He looks just like me when I was a baby. It's disturbing, I'm telling you. If you look at baby pictures of me and you look at baby pictures of him, identical. Except for the cheeks, his are a little chubbier. That's it. He's even got my ears. And my nose. Yes, he has my nose. Oh, there's a Mommet. Here's a cloth. No, you don't get to eat that either, kid. Yep, Mom's taking it. His mouth is open. He was going for it. He barfed just a little tiny bit while he thought we were distracted and started going, ah, yeah, ah, and then Mom got it. It's gone, buddy. You can't eat it. He tried. Oh, buddy. What are we going to do with you, kid? My son. Love you, kiddo. You're good for mama. Okay?
He's like, but that's no fun.
No, that's no fun at all.
I want to scream, yell.
Of course. He wants to carouse. He's part of my family, after all. We're a bunch of hellions, all of us. Damn proud of it, too. Mm-hmm. Okay. So all of these are ticking over perfectly, and we still haven't ran out. So, as of yesterday, I had... Oh, no, day before... No, actually, yeah, it was Monday, I think. Monday, I was hitting the limits on Cuprium ore because of just how much my systems were glitching and backing up. So I built an entire secondary production line occupying all of this of about 5 of these so I could burn through it all. And then I tore it all down and kept this one as an overflow, and the overflow has been working very nicely to finish burning through the remaining. So within the next 2 to 3 days, we should be done with the last 27,000 that's there. And then all of my lines will be starving, basically, because of the secondary here. But that is preferable to going over the limit, because going over the limit's a pain in the ass. I would rather have all of them stutter every now and then than everything have way too much and me not be burning through my entire supply because of micro stutters in the production line. And the thing is those micro stutters are something you're not going to be able to notice until it's been like 2 or 3 hours later and you're like, huh, I have too much of blank material, but blank material should be processing here. Factorio, eat your fucking heart out, I guess. We good there. All right, artificing. Artificing is always a pain in the ass, and I hate it. do. It's a good thing I stocked up. I think that's all I'm gonna buy of that. That is the artificing juice that we need to artifice some more. Oh, hey, we can afford this thingy now. What do we have for elastics today? We're at 170 out of 340. 31.5%. Nah, I'm not seeing it. Do we have anything worth selling? Nope. Bare minimum is 4.9. We're looking for 4.9. That's 3.8. No, thank you. 4.6. I'm getting there. Oh, 4.937. We have a contender. So there's one. That's a chubby lung Tianchi. 4.6. Ooh. 5,085. How much is that today? Oh, that's the cheap one. Okay, so we're actually buying this. Since that's selling for so much at somebody's place, we're absolutely doing that. Because that'll net us a whole bunch. So, by my reckoning, if this place is going to be like just even with Valley 4, we have one more AIC area to unlock. I don't know where it's going to be, but I imagine it's going to be in that valley I keep pointing at and saying, look, this is the next place. It's funny. Like, look at this nonsense. Wait, what? Oh, right. I'm on somebody else's ship. I forgot. Dope. Wooling. Reasons. Oof. Nice little profit there. Back home. Welcome to the cum zone. Hello, Heavy. How you doing? No, this is not the cum zone. You were in the wrong stream. I think that's like Amaranth. She's that way. She's not here. All right. This is not the cum zone. No gimp suits here, kids. All right. Let's see. What are you missing? Oh, that makes sense. So if I were to juice this one's byproduct output level, I could actually... do I want to do that? A little bit, actually. A little bit. I could actually do that. Hold on. If I ran this... here. Okay, and this is a splitter. Why is this a splitter? That should be a bridge. Oh, because that's a bridge. Why is that a bridge? That should be a splitter. What am I? An idiot sandwich? Okay. Damn, that filled up fast. Okay. Logistics. Pipe splitter. How you doing, Heavy? How's life over in Kanukistan? Oh, now I remember why I didn't do that. Okay, no, that makes sense. Because it's currently intaking water as well as zircon effluent. So because it's intaking both, I actually don't have a stable intake for what I'd need. Pooh. I'm good. Started a new job today. Cooked at a rehab center for $23.50 an hour starting. Nice. Ooh, that's a good job. Proud of you, buddy. Told you you'd find something. Good job. I'm glad it's paying well. $23.50 an hour is not bad. Be able to finance a few more late night outings over to that bar that's made out of a reconstructed bank. I still say that's cool. I don't drink, but that's cool as fuck. It's like a there was a restaurant in my family's town in Colorado. I'll get into the whole my family's town thing in Colorado at some point because that's a very literal statement. But anyway, my family's town out in Colorado, there's this restaurant that's basically a speakeasy. And it's kind of neat because nobody really knows it's there unless you know it's there. And if you know it's there, they have great food. But if you don't know it's there, it's just a clothing store. It's neat. I like it. All right. Okie dokie. All of these lines are smooth. I would very much like to do what I was just talking about in that I create another intake over here for... but I can't. I really can't. So the problem with intaking two different fluids at a junction manifold like this is that if I do that, It becomes this whole nut roll of each fluid fighting for priority on the inlet. So water will fight or effluent will fight. And eventually, whichever one has the higher pressure wins. So I'll tell you right now, water is going to win that fight. So I'd have to route it through effluent. And effluent is essential, so I wouldn't want that fight to happen at all in the first place. So, huge pain in the ass. I don't want to do that. So we're not going to do that. And I can't route it into here, even though it has another intake, because this one only has 5 slots, not the ridiculous 8 slots that these ones have. So, it would end up clogged, which is not ideal. Although, alternatively... Oh, wait, no, that wouldn't work either. Because you would need a water intake, right? You'd need a water intake on... Yeah, you'd need a water intake. Fuck. Yeah. So, that's just gonna have to stay how it is, because I'd have to overhaul this entire production stage here, just to get a little bit more efficiency out of that as well. Still don't think I've ate at that bar. Usually go for drinks there and eat at the Irish bar across the street because they have great lamb stew, and then I can get my bread pudding with a glass of port. Neato. So you go to one for dinner and the other one for dessert. That makes sense to me. I used to do that all the time when I was still over there in California. See, there's a pizza place that I hand to God. Okay, this pizza place was run by the mob. All right, here's why I think this pizza place was run by the mob. I parked my 1950. First of all, this pizza place is in a bad part of town. All right, a bad part of town. It is not a good part of town whatsoever. Just graffiti, homeless people, needles, whole 9 yards. Until you get to this pizza place, which is like an island in the middle of all this chaos, in the middle of the bad part of town, an island of the good part of town, completely clean, no vandalism, working fountain out front, parking that is never taken by anyone who just wants to park there. The homeless people steer clear of it. Very nice, very pristine. It's a great place. It's called Mike's. All right, it's just called Mike's. Here's why I think it, aside from the fact that it is an ocean of cleanliness and cleanness in the middle of all this terribleness, here's why I also think it was run by the mob. I parked my 1954 Cadillac Series 62 out front. Rolled up the windows, did everything. Someone stuck their head out front and greeted me the first time I parked there with his car like he knew me. And I just kind of raised an eyebrow. He said, "Oh, never mind. I thought you were someone else." My car was not touched. A major concern of mine that was that somebody would at least pry off a hubcap and run off with it, because you could sell those hubcaps for a lot because they are the original parts. Nobody got close to it. Nobody touched it. Nobody even looked at it. But there was someone in the restaurant with an eye on it at all times, just in case. 100% run by the mob. I fucking loved that restaurant. It was one of my favorite places to go. Delicious. Absolutely fantastic. I'm telling you, the pasta. Oh my god, the pasta. So good. I would be willing to travel back there again just to eat there, as long as I didn't have to stay. Great restaurant. 100%. Oh yeah. I first raised an eyebrow when, like, I went there the second time, because the first time I went there, it was with a group of friends, and I was like, "Hey man, I want to go out to like some nice pizza and pasta, so I'm gonna find a place." So I found a place. I just looked it up. I was like, "Mike's, this sounds pretty good. Let's go there." First time we went there, fantastic. I was like, "You know what? Let's go here once a week." And this was my first command. We were like, "Yeah, let's go here once a week." So once a week, we dressed up in our Sunday best, and we went there and we ate, and we became regulars there. Now the second time I went there, I realized because I didn't pay attention on the way there the first time. The second time I went there, I actually looked around the place and I was like, man, the entire area around here is like to put too fine a point on it, the Baskin Robbins that was just down the street literally had armored shutters on it. Like the bars that you see on some alcohol places, this place had those and armored shutters that could be closed from the inside. That's the kind of area that this was in. And yet all of it's like there was just this unspoken agreement. All of that stopped within a certain radius of this restaurant. Nope, not here. 100% run by the mob or somebody who was connected, one of the two. I'm going to give them a pass on the crime, though, because the food was fucking delicious. Yeah, no, they weren't the normal shutters. Because we actually stopped at that Baskin Robbins at one point just to, like, get some ice cream. First of all, guy behind the counter definitely had a shotgun underneath the counter. Second of all, I looked at the shutters. They were thick. They weren't just like the ones that you just drop down that are like the wires or whatever, you know, like the wire shutters you drop over something when you're closed. No, these ones were like thick steel plate that dropped all the way down, and you could hear them clang when they dropped down. And I know because we grabbed Baskin Robbins, we got our ice cream, we left, and we heard them clang behind us because they closed up for the night. So this was not too far from that restaurant, but the restaurant had none of those security things. It had a normal ass door, no shutter, normal ass window, no bars, the running water fountain outside, no security on it whatsoever, and it had change in it. The fountain literally had change where people threw in money to make wishes. Nobody touched the change either. You telling me I could leave literal money sitting here in the water and all of the homeless people around here don't walk up and grab it? Yeah, that's normal for California, sure. All right, yeah, I'm sure there's absolutely nothing shady going on here. Ugh. But the pasta was delicious. I cannot stress to you how good the pasta was. It was so good. Oh man, that ravioli. Oh, this is up to 78K already. Goodness gracious. So that's actually working faster than I intended it to. You might be able to pare that down to 1 or 2 just so we can keep this production going, so we can start accelerating this one, because we want this filling unit to pretty much churn constantly. We might drop that down just a bit before we start artificing. What are you currently on? Oh yeah, 390 out of 360. That's what we want. Yep. You don't need to drop that at all. No, sir. 450, which means that we're currently 60 over. So that would stabilize if we got rid of one of them. What's our usage on cuprium powder? Usage 240, yield 330, ideal. Usage 240, maximum. We're at 78, maximum is what, 81, 82, 82,000? Yeah, max is 82,000. We'll actually let this max out and it'll temper itself. Yeah, we'll let that max out and it'll temper itself, because if we let that max out, that'll smooth out our production line over there where it's producing heatonite. Fucking heatonite. Mostly this is just a boondoggle anyway. Honestly, I could probably expand this out to be able to sell more medicine, but I'm not too concerned. Alright, artificing. This is really not entertaining. Sorry, folks. Alright, let's take a look at her gear. Yeah. Okay, your strength is... or your attack, sorry, is currently at 4220. Yours is at 6363. 4454 5439 5442. Okay, so you're the second place winner there. Yeah, you're definitely the second place winner. At 5,442 attack, it's Levitain. And then first place is Zhuangfang Yi at 6363, which is fucking ridiculous. I think, now don't quote me on this, I think Mifu will actually peak above that just because she's got a higher stat lining. I think. I'm not sure. We're going to find out. All right, but the first step to that is artificing. So she is currently wearing the Swordmancer Light, and then the rest is the new Grizzled Edge. So we need to at least craft all those. All right, ain't no thing. Oh, right, you can actually go straight to gear assembly from there now, can't you? Well, let's do that so we can just pop back in there. Yep, so Swordmancer Light and Grizzled Edge. I think, honestly, we can just focus on producing Grizzled Edge. Let's see, that's strength, will, physical damage bonus. No, because the physical damage bonus won't translate over to Swordmancer. What about Zeron Flow? Nope, not that either. There's a small Italian place here that I love called Toscana. Nothing fancy, but they have the best seafood ravioli I've ever had. It's like a blend of snow crab and scallops in a vodka sauce, and their house wine, which you might think would be crap, mass-produced stuff, but theirs is imported from the owner's vineyard in Italy, and if it's happy hour, it's $5 a glass. That actually sounds really cool. I mean, not the wine. I don't drink at all, so obviously I can't speak to that, but the rest of that sounds pretty cool. Neat. It's funny. I originally went to Mike's specifically because I wanted pizza, and their pizza is absolutely excellent. But man, that pasta though, that's the good stuff. Ultimate gain efficiency, yeah. So she's using Swordmancer Light, which is 16k and 50 red, and then up here these are, oh, 50 pink. I hate that. I hate that so much. These right here, Heatonite components require Heatonite, obviously, and Heavy Zeronite. Heavy Zeronite is the other super convoluted one that I am crafting. It's not quite as bad as the Heatonite because it's purely through Zeronite, and I have every single outpost producing some manner of Zeronite, so I can just shift that through. But it still takes a long time to produce. So Heatonite components are expensive. All right, we're gonna start with the armor since that's the cheaper of the two options. We're just gonna be a little cheap here. We'll start with 20, and we'll just burn through all of these. Artificing. All right. One at a time, one at a time. Oh wait, Zeron Flow Light. Really? You can burn multiples now? You can burn multiples now? Really? Damn. Oh, and it returns the unused pieces of gear. Oh, that's perfect. Then I see no reason why I don't have to just... It'll use how much it uses. All right, I like that. That's a good change. Nice. Okay, so that's maxed out at a strength plus 113. And will at 75. Good shit. Okay. So now we just need to increase the ultimate gain efficiency. Probably my favorite pizza place here is also a brewery, so they dry the mash from the beer, then turn that into the flour for their pizzas. I had no idea pizza crust itself could taste good, not just like plain dough. Oh, dude, the crust is the most important part of the pizza. If your crust doesn't taste good, then you're not going to be having a good time. What do you mean? Have you just been eating, like, bread with pizza stuff on it? That's not very tasty. All right, Swordmancer Light. Actually, Zeron Flow is probably the better option. Oh, but that uses pink too. No, we want to save that. No, thank you. Hi, Mifu. Why are you so expensive? You're going to eat all of my Heatonite and all of my Heavy Zeronite. We're going to start with 10. Let's see if that's all we need. Hopefully that's all we need. Luckily, I have millions of stock bills now, so I don't have to worry about that side of it. But man, I'm still hurting for Heat Knight, Heavy Zero Knight, despite the fact that my oh hey, neat. Didn't even realize that these were a good match. Lucky. Okay, and it does not. So even if you go for the max amount, it doesn't actually use the excess artificing fluid either. So we're good either way. Nice. It just accelerates everything. This is a good quality of life change. Thank you, Hypergriff. I appreciate that. Sorry. Thank you, Griff Line, because that's what you're being called now. Hot damn. Very nice. Okay. So Swordmancer Light is now fully artificed. And that boosts her up. Ooh-wee. What's your attack sitting at now, huh? 4349. It is climbing. Okay. Kit 1. Gear assembly. Actually, we'll go gloves first. So Grizzled Edge is strength, will, and arts. Do we have anything cheaper we could use? That would be nice. Well, hot damn. Look, it's cheaper. You always love to see that. All right, so that's strength, will, and arts. We can use that one for strength, at least, which is great. And it should be a good match. But let's see what we already have on hand. Artificing. Grizzled Edge gauntlets. Standard match. Okay. Well, I think we're actually going to have to go through these ones, so we're just going to go ahead and craft 20 again. Oh god, that hurts. Oh, my soul, it just used 1,000 parts. Oh, man. Oh, pain. Pain, Pecco. Okay. An autofill. Oh my god, really? It consumed all that? Oh, that's already 20. I already like this. Fine. Another 20. I mean, the 500k also hurts a little bit, but that's fine. I can make that back easy. It's the heat and night components that hurts. I just find all pizza dough usually tastes the same. I forgot to mention half an hour into my first shift as a cook, I cut a chunk out of my fingernail with a vegetable peeler. At least it was just your nail. Holy shit, don't do that. Be careful, man. That shit ain't that ain't no joke. Auto fuel. Okay, that's to 84. Hot damn. Arts intensity. Oh, were we out of it again? Are we serious? Okay, fine. Fine. We'll craft 10. Just 10 of them this time, okay? Just use these ones and no more, please. Fuck. Aw, come on. Mifu, why must you hurt me this way? It's so many. You were using so many. Oh. Nope, that was the wrong one. Whoops. I'll need those ones eventually anyway. That's not a big deal. Alright. No, pizza dough should taste good. So if you haven't had pizza dough that tastes like anything other than just plain bread, then you haven't been eating good pizza dough. You're supposed to season and treat your dough as well as pick out what you're going to put on it to complement the dough. The dough is your foundation and it needs a flavor. Typically, I like to have more of a light garlic and butter base for the ones that I make. A lot of people add a lot more spices into their dough if they're trying to get fancy with pizza, but I'm not a fan of that. For me, really simple, garlic, butter, knead that into the dough, baste your pan with garlic and butter before you put your dough in it. Put that in there, it'll fry up crisp and sizzle real nice. That's what I do. 84, 55, 44. Okay, and your stats are currently at Ooh, 4472. That is climbing. Okay. Next. Ugh, because of course. No, not 100. Not 100. We want like 40. Because I have 2 of them. She's holding 2 of them, so I need 40. Oh, we'll go ahead and make 8 more for an even 50. Please let this be all of it that you use. Hello, Aylward. How you doing? Okay. Well, that was lucky. That one, not so much. Hey. Basically, the more of these that are left over on the bottom, the luckier I am. You'll notice I am almost out of artificing fluid here. I've already burned through almost half of it. Okay, so that's this one done. 1 grizzled edge knife is done, and that brings it up to 4516. Cool, cool. Let's finish off this one. Oops. Gear assembly. Artificing. Okay. Oh my god, that was 50 of them. I made so many. It still wasn't enough. Why? Okay, we're up to 70. I started with 14,000 of these parts. I'm now down to 69. Nice. 1,000. Or 6,900, sorry. So, we've burnt through just about half of our supply. And those are very expensive to make. Hurts my soul. Alright. Hey, there it is. Look at me getting worried for nothing. Hold on. Where's my... There. I don't know why that turned itself off. Hot damn. Okay, so that one was also good. So that's a 50% physical damage bonus. All right. Last one. Ah, come on. You're right there. Just couldn't give me that one, could you? All right. We're making 5 and hoping that's enough. Please stop burning through all my supplies, Mifu. It hurts. I know I prepared for this, but it still hurts. Thank you. Oh, you even gave 2 back. So generous. All right. She is now up to 4575 with 78. Wait, what? God damn. You are tanky. Defensive 140. Okay, defensive 140 is the same around the board. Got it. So that doesn't change. But man. She is, thick. Thick as a brick. Alright, so 4575, and that's without the finish out of the ability matrix. So we're doing good there. Her multipliers are currently at 1.59 and 1.16 for ultimate gain. Damn. And that's not even including the grizzled edge combo there. Goodness. She's gonna hit like a Mack truck. Plus, so the advantage of a physical team over an elemental team has more burst damage. A physical team typically has more sustained damage, plus they deal more stagger because they're physically based. With that, this sustained damage helps because if Mifu is downed for some reason, which I doubt because she's so fucking thick, my god, 7,900 health. If Mifu gets downed, the rest of the team is still doing quite a bit of damage because of the nature of physical teams, as opposed to my electric team, where in my like in this one, everyone's going to be doing damage. Yes, even Ember. Whereas in my electric team, if Zhuangfang Yi goes down for some reason, team's fucked. Might as well start over. Like, it's over, man. Once she goes down, it's game over. Yes, Perlica may be able to get you over the finish line, but if Fang Yi is down, you might as well restart whatever you're doing. It's not going to go well. This is a team I am setting up specifically for a character who is coming up, who is apparently a heat-based Vanguard. So I'll have physical. So heat DPS, physical DPS, physical susceptibility, heat spreader. So this is going to be a heat / physical team, and I'm going to call them Hot and Heavy. I'm just gonna that is going to be this team's name. It's going to be Team Hot and Heavy, because damn. Hopefully that'll be enough for that to replace Levitane's squad right here, because I don't like the way Sacrilege. I know I don't like the way Wolfguard handles. I don't know what it is. I don't like the way he handles. At some point, I need to give you better gear. But since I just burned all of that artificing fluid, you don't get that today. Sorry, buddy. I need time to recuperate all of my stuff, because I just spent so damn much of it. My goodness. I just need to swap out the tacticals because I keep forgetting to do that. Wish there was a hotkey for that. Alright. I'm having everyone use that tactical, so I just want to make sure that was swapped over. I will need to artifice both of their gear, and I don't think that she's done artificing hers. Yeah, so I was mid-artifice on her. So I'll need to finish all of theirs, but for now, as long as my primary dealer is good, then we should be fine. That's not really a concern. All right. Oh boy. Yay, checklist done. What did that hide? There it is. Okay. Alrighty. So now that that's done, I could go and hit the energy alluvium a few more times to be able to get what I need. But what I want to do is I want to unlock this area, because as you can see, they added a whole bunch of treasure in there, and I want to go get it. So I imagine I have to do a quest to be able to get in there, because it's currently locked out. So we're just going to do quests until we can open up that area. Yay, story stuff. You don't say. You hardly leave your garrison, yep. Oh, for R&R, that makes sense.
個人的な理由で休暇を使わなかっただけだ。10年前、友人と約束した。全力を尽くし、北部封鎖区域の裂け目を鎮める。
Makes sense.
そして、研究基地の惨事を二度と繰り返させないと。そうだ。あの時、王竜はすぐに部隊を編成し、研究基地の支援に向かった。
How dedicated.
しかし、当時の俺はまだ新人だった。気持ちばかり先走り。
Just as long as they don't pull an ace with this guy, I'm good.
友人も似たようなことを言っていた。10年経てばブリオは生まれ変わる。天使がいればもっと輝くブリオになる。
For fuck's sake, man. Comparing this to Valley 4, it's ridiculous. Like, there's just nothing as aesthetically pleasing as a random shot of a random corner in Wuling City compared to all of Valley 4. It's sad. It's actually sad.
今思えばその言葉は全て現実になったんだな。友人は新職長の余波に巻き込まれて死んだ。
F
構わない。もう過ぎたことだ。
That's a funny way to say it is what it is, but alright. Okay, we need the materials. Hello. Gibbs stuff blocks. Tianshimo's data reports are in the lab bench. Yeah, he's an ass. Tianshimo is gonna make me cry again? What an ass. Best scientist in Fahrenheit studies. Oh, good. So he's obsessed with gods. That's always nice. Advanced Zeronite particle conversion technology, development and challenges of miniaturized modular Zeronite forges, author Zemo. Huh.
完璧な結果だ。死も天使も満足するだろう。この1週間が無駄にならずに済んだよ。
Sir, don't be weird.
推薦状をもらえたら最高だ。死も天使が押してくれれば本部でもっと学ぶことができる。
Oh, so you're working for the Thomas Edison of the place. Got it.
死も天使には確かに才がある。弟子になれば苦しむことを分かっていながらも志願する人がいるくらいだ。
Tiansha? Limbus reference? No. No. If putting up with him makes the repair work faster.
もしまだ生きていたならたくさんの弟子がいただろうな。一緒にいた時間は長くないが穏やかな人間だった。少なくとも死も天使のように弟子を詰めたりはしない。
So what you're saying is the wrong one died. Got it.
もっと
No photos or personal belongings.
あるのは
Except
あの
that
約束だけ
promise.
だ。
Damn. Valley Forge? Where's General Washington? We've got to stick some macaroni in some guy's horse or whatever that song says. Yeah, okay. Report aims to analyze the extent of fluctuations. 3 significant bursts were detected and data readings were 48% higher than baseline values. Levels of Fahrenheit hard energy dissipation have exceeded the original model.
悪くない内容だ。確かに実力は。
Warukunai. Okay. There's another one over here. Fantastic report. Now all you have to do is shoot me because I'd rather die than approve such immense foolery. Fortunately, only the 2 of us have read this paper. Wait, I think I'm the only one who has read it because I doubt you did. I love this passage. Beautifully written. The prose flows like a pristine creek. The only problem is its complete disconnect from the actual research topic. Your approach to writing is even more niche than your data analysis. At least the phrase blighted Birdo muck nonsense contains the word sense. Oh my god. What an ass. Jimo rants again. Best of the week. They're recording his insults and rating them. Also, the best one has 67 votes. Shoot me, please. Oh my god, shoot me, please. Stuck a feather in his ass or something. I don't think that's how the song goes. I don't think that's how the song goes at all. It's your night particle capture and storage technology. and its uses in modern applied Fahrenheit studies.
ゾアン天使は彼を高く評価していたようだ。
He sounds like a dick. Unfortunately, most OTOR scientists are, so, you know, it'd be like that sometimes. Go to marker. Oh, he's in the interior. Got it. So that means he is. Yep. This guy. Boss me around, why don't you? Like, my god. So pretty.
状況であろうと常に警戒を怠るな。それが私が守り続けている信条だ。
What an ass. You don't say.
ダメだ。近づくとさらに暴れ出すみたいだな。ここ最近、居住の心臓のエネルギー爆発は確かに増えていたんだ。だが今回はそれどころじゃない。
Yep, that checks out.
管理人、王竜に支援を要請するべきか。
Nah, we'll be fine.
とにかく数値がピークに達しているんだ。首都にいる全員に知らせて警戒態勢に入るぞ。
Oh. Uh-oh. That's not good. Ink Spirit flutters in and out of the passageway repeatedly before disappearing. Oh boy.
中に進んで確かめてみるのもいい。随分度胸があるんだな。シモ天使。考えが。
Do you have something better to suggest? No. I say we follow cautiously. Well, no fucking shit, Sherlock. Fucking duh. Okay. Nah, he's here somewhere. That is not a beast, that is clearly an ink spirit. Maybe not touching the ink spirit would be the best thing you could do here. Yeah, just saying. Oh yeah, I should probably. Important to do that every now and then. Okay. Do I have any more ore line? I don't think I do. I don't know if you can hear my hobgoblin in the background, but she is probably once again cleaning him, so I apologize if you hear him. Pretending to be a pillar stop statue? No, it's just being cute. Look how look at little face. Look at cute little face. Goodness. Must contain this spill of Fairmoon heart energy and send this pantail back to the scroll. Because it doesn't like you, asshole. Boop. Boy, the good boy. Ardashir. Yep. Again. Yeah, your disciples did all the work, sucker. Yes. If you hate your job, quit, loser. Oh god, please don't turn out to be the nice guy. Ink spirits, okay. Lead the way, Flutterbutters. Show me the gubbins. Ugh. Wraiths. I sure do love enemies that you have to kill twice. Oh, it's my favorite.
それが私が守り続けている心情だ。
Hello, my son.
He was having a nightmare.
Oh, he was having a nightmare. Poor baby. Come here. Hi, buddy. You know, you're a little young to have nightmares. He's actually very young to have nightmares. That's wild. You don't have any bad experiences yet. Were you dreaming that mommy wasn't there? Poor baby. That's wild. They aren't supposed to be able to have nightmares till like 6 months. He is just way ahead of schedule on development. I don't know if that's concerning or what. Yeah, shit. I'm ignoring you. I'm ignoring you.
俺は動物に嫌われてるみたいだな。おい、止まれって。
Oh shit.
気をつけろ。巨獣の心臓から漏れたエネルギーが呼び寄せてる。
Boop.
ようやく終わったな。そうだ。さっき言っていた君もって。
Someone was staying in Wuling for a promise too.
亡くなった友人？まさか俺と似た境遇とはな。
Been watching Asmongold play the new James Bond game, and it honestly looks really good. Bond seems to stay very close to his book description. Sorry, he's being changed, so he's yelling again. He just really does not like it. Poor baby. all the issues I've heard about the James Bond game are specifically about the gameplay elements and the fact that parts of the game seem to play itself and are kind of dumb and have glitches that make no sense, and there's a lack of choice in many places where you're not able to approach things in a very wide manner. Those are the complaints I've seen. The complaints I've seen haven't been about story, it's been purely about gameplay. So take that with a grain of salt. So it's probably a great game to watch and a frustrating game to play. So streamer bait, basically.
10年前、俺も救援活動に参加していたんだ。
Oh my god, you are the nice guy.
交流の隊員と知り合った。同じように、その人も余波に巻き込まれて亡くなったんだよ。俺は約束したんだ。どれだけ時間がかかっても、ブリョを生まれ変わらせるってな。今、大体終わったってところか。ただの偶然だよ。俺が知り合った人は。
Oh, the reservist you knew was a young woman. Okay.
残念だよ。生きていれば今頃正式な隊員になってコードネームも持っていたはずだ。
You got a fortnight dance to cheer up your son. Well, it sounds like my son's gonna be grumpy because there are some things even I won't do.
動物が好きだったってことは覚えているんだ。災害でやられた動物のために火を立てて。もう過去の話だ。
So they both lost somebody, okay.
次のエネルギーを追うぞ。
Some parts are very linear. Yeah, that's all of the complaints I've seen about it is mostly gameplay. That and the really stupid stuff they changed, like some core characters and their shit, but you know, I'm honestly not fazed by that anymore. I expect it. What do you mean? Why can't Kratos be a fat, gay, black lesbian? Of course. You know, that kind of nonsense. It's all just becomes so wearying that I don't even blink at it anymore. I just kind of make a note and I move on. It's just a coincidence that every time they do that, the game also happens to be shit in some way. Weird. You'd think you'd stop attaching that kind of thing to shit games, but hey, what do I know? Maybe it's a marketing strategy. Whoop. But, well, now you can't just teleport like that. Right. Riz is old. Gotta do the Harlem Shake. Motherfucker, don't make me feel older than I already feel, alright? Harlem Shake came out like the year I joined the military. Don't make me feel older than I already feel. It hurts. We have to get over that way, which means we probably have to go wee. And then wee. And then we need to cross back over towards the middle. Where's my... Oh. Wee! No, that one's right here. What the fuck? What the hell? We need to cross back over towards the central... Oh, is that what they want us to do? Fuck. Fine. Can I hit that from here? How far's the range? Nope, that's not what we were supposed to do. There we go. This side. And then just all the way around. Boing. Done. Alright, you wee bastard. Stop running. Oh,
巨獣の心臓から漏れ出したエネルギーのはずだ。しかし
hello, babies.
本物とほとんど変わらない。
They're so cute.
こっちに寄ってくる。俺と遊びたいのか？
俺と管理人は絵巻に戻そうって必死だったっていうのに。
すまない。通路に入ってすぐここに着いた。
It sounds like he actually intercepted them for us, so, you know, maybe thank him, you dick.
移動もできず通信機も持っていなかった。その時ちょうどそばにいてつい。
さっさと戻すぞ。
Yay.
牧寮はいなくなった。漏れ出ていたエネルギーも全て絵巻に戻せたはずだ。
Good shit.
どうも不機嫌そうに聞こえるが。
動物が好きなだけだ。少し名残惜しい。
動物？ああ、エネルギーは戻せたが、見えないところに損傷があるかもしれないからな。まだ確認が必要だ。修復が終われば首都中走り回ってエネルギーを追いかけずに済むだろう。
Got it.
今回は助かった。
Hey, did someone say something? Or is that you being nice?
だからありがとうって。
Damn, he even said it again. You were so very welcome, Tianchi Jimo.
やっと終わった。さっさと帰って寝るか。
管理人、俺も隊長の様子を見に行く。
Fuck off. I'm ignoring you. Where's the heart? But where we want to go is all the way down there, right? Aw, I was kind of hoping that would work. Just let me jump all the way to the bottom, you know? I tell you, I don't know what the area after Wuling is going to be, but they're going to have a heck of a time trying to match Wuling aesthetically, and I love that. They set the bar high, which is good. Now, I don't know if they can meet it. Oh, that took us all the way up to the top floor. Dang it. Doop. There we go. We're cheating. Okay.
一段落したら美味しいものをおごってやるよ。
Yay, food.
これは任務だ。
まあ、ついでに頼みたいことがあってな。
遠慮なく。
ああ、シェンジャオエっていう女性を知らないか。あんたと同じく10年前の救援活動に参加していたはずだが。
知っている。が。
I'm afraid that person wasn't a girl. Fuck. Summit was so much of a twink. Zemo thought he was a girl. Oh my god. Oh my god. Proud Summit. I was about to say, yeah, that's okay. So you were so very pretty. You were so pretty of a boy. This grown-ass man thought you were a young girl. Summit, you should probably just take that as a compliment and move right along. Oops, you knew Summit all along. But she was weak, Frail, even shorter than me. He's doubling down. No, but that doesn't make any sense. She was dainty. Yeah, so was I. Oh my god.
10年も経てば人は成長する。
Maybe somebody used 10 years to bulk.
顔も性格も名前も
And you changed your name. Okay. Sorry, no offense to you, Summit, but if this is you after 10 years of bulking, I gotta know what you were eating because there's no bulk here. You're still a string being. You're just a lot taller.
あの時防護服に書かれていた名前は確か。
あの時は物資が足りなくて。
Oh, he was wearing somebody else's suit. That explains it. Fate works in unpredictable ways. Yep.
わからないもん。
Turns out you were besties the whole time.
運命ってこういう。
And you treated him like trash. Now that you know he's the twink of your dreams, will you change your tune?
いや、嬉しいが、それ以上に複雑な気持ちだな。偶然が重なって、うっかり10年も過ぎちまった。今日がなければ、一生誤解が解けることもなかった。
The yin and the yang mixed up for 10 years. That's one way to put it.
ああ、俺は王竜に、下尾天使は武領城にいて、本来なら任務で顔を合わせる機会があったはずだ。
And never knew it.
しかし、
Because I wasn't as pretty. Because I got huge.
一度も会わなかった。10
Yeah, you kept your promise to each other.
そうだな。また杯を傾けて語り合える。
People actually said you were warm and mild. Yeah, what happened?
残業して徹夜すればこうなる。
Yeah, stop being such a dick, dude. I really wonder if the Farron mood at the heart of all this is actually Dusk, because, you know, the whole Ink Spirit thing was her thing as a Farron mood, so that would imply they transported Dusk's entire actual Farron mood body to Talos 2 and implanted it somewhere for her to manifest. Which would be funny as hell. Because what do you mean you just decided to transplant a god to a new planet? What's wrong with you, Wu Ling? Or, I guess at the time, what's wrong with you, Yan? Hey, Zhuang Li.
いささか心配で、あなたに何か失礼があったらと。
My little lightning bug. She's so cute.
なれど、そのお顔、心配は無用でしたね。
Something like that.
何があったのですか？皆様、随分と嬉しそうな笑顔でございますね。
Don't worry about it.
あなたのことも、下尾天使のことも信頼しております。ですから、今日の素敵なお話を旧友との再会。
Vague posting.
それは
Yay.
喜ばしいことでございますね。あら、先ほどまで笑っていらしたのに。
どこかで僕が忘れてしまった友人が待っているのかもしれないと思って。
Plenty, you have amnesia.
いつか会えるかな。
I mean, one of them is standing right in front of you, so.
もちろん。あなたはずっと一人ではなかったのですから。
Alright. So that wasn't the one we needed. Okay, so we need... Oh, this one's unlocking at noon tomorrow. Neat. Okay. Missing mentor. Tianchimo. Fangxi Avenue. See, I don't know which one of these... Oh yeah. We need to finish that one. A chisel. He just logs off. Fucking weirdo. That one's close by, so we're gonna do that one now. Whoops. I done fell. Wait, is that... Okay, it's just barely tall enough. Can I get around this way? I cannot. Ah! You're going to deface something in the memorial park to remember your brother. You know what? Fair enough. Continue. Official request? No, that's not what we're doing here. We're gonna grab a chisel and we're gonna do it our damn selves. A mess is one way to put it. Oh yes, you want us to use our space age technology to deface a monument. You know what, I'm good with that. Let's do it. Zhang Zengo. Raiden, what are you doing? Oh, Mifu beat us to it. It was Mifu. It's almost like she knew you were gonna come here and deface the monument. She was like, "No, we're just gonna put the name there instead." Just doing what Chaos would want. Chaos would want you to put him out of his misery. Is that what you're saying? You wanna take that boss slot? Is that what you're saying? Well, once it's defeated this time, I'm gonna have to do the whole upgrade thing. Yes. Question, actually, in your opinion, would you want for the upgrade for the shop keep, would you want the items to be better or for there to be more items? Because on the one hand, I can increase the value of the existing items, and on the other hand, I can make new items. Maybe another heal, another damage, and that's probably it for the next tier. Because you kind of want to not bloat it too much. Better items and bulk buy, so there's less spam. I think the next one, yeah, the next one's going to be like bulk buy. Yeah, we're going to institute a bulk buy.
死に屈しなかった者だけがここにいる。
Yep, I'm planning on hopping back into Subnautica 1 at some point soon.
全員が
It's gonna be a fresh playthrough though. I don't remember what I'm doing.
この勝者たちに哀悼の意を。
Okay. Bureau of Applied Technologies. Oh, that's a new place. Okay. Hey, new place time. Finally start raiding all this treasure over here.
Yeah. やはりこの竹王子が一番だ。どう仕込むか考えておくべきか。
Hello. Welcome, my Enfielder Pro. He thinks I'm a fan of the administrator. Oh no. He doesn't think I'm actually okay. All right. Zero and flow track couldn't auto reset. Jet drone. Okay. Ooh, new place. Ooh. New place, lot space. Me like. Oh. Butterflies. Take me to your gubbins. Take me to your gubbins. Give me the treasure. Stop leading me everywhere. Thank you. Yoink. Hey, why were you talking to the Endman? The who? Like, that's the truly funny thing. Like, oh, you're a fan? Why don't you recognize me? What's up with that, buddy? Oh, right, Zero and Flow tracks. Yeah, we've done this before. It's gonna be a pain in the ass. So before I do that, I'm gonna look for treasure. Treasure. Okay. Well, we've got one right here, so there's that. How far could the other ones possibly be? Am I right? They could be anywhere. They tend to do that. They spread out and fly away. Ugh. Okay. There's a second one right there, but we'll want to save that one for last. Oh, hey. Free treasure. Yoink. There it is. Damn. There we go. Yoink. Look, I'm in the cutscene. That's why I always save the closest one for last, specifically so I can be in the cutscene. Yoink. Man, thought I'd really get to work when you showed me a brand new area full of treasure. Yeah, fucking right I will. Not likely. Oh, really? Boo! Going around, boo! Butterflies. Really? Twice in the same place? You guys really need to touch grass. Oh my god. You dicks. Okay. Ooh. Gimme. 56 out of 61. Oh, about repair. I'm surprised these guys are out here. I thought these were exclusively a Valley 4 thing, but hey. Enfield has something everywhere, right? Oh, component style unknown. That must be the one that's past that gate over there. Shoot. Pooh. Pooh, I say. How dare you gatekeep the forbidden knowledge from me? Boop. Boop. Okay. And then just up and over there, right? Oop! Don't know why that happened. Maybe I just need to relower it and just walk across. Make it easier on myself. I can jump that, right? Yay! Gimme. It's not much in each chest, but it adds up pretty fast. Boop. This is a rather anticlimactic shortcut, but alright. I imagine that's because they want me to raise that and ride up. Yep. Yoink. Gimme. 57 out of 61. I can make that jump. Oop, no I can't. I hit the ceiling. You. Where do you dip low? That's the question. Do you even dip low anywhere? Oh, you're gonna be a real pain in the ass to get, aren't you? I can feel it. Yep, I know what I need to do. Oh, you're really gonna make me take a super jump? You're gonna make me time a super jump? Ugh. Oh, I'm gonna get you. Oh, I'm gonna get you. Whee! Oh, I missed. Yep. We're not getting that without a super jump. Ugh. You pain in my ass. Gimme. Yoink. Alright, you. Nope, that's still too early. It's way too early. Oh well, we'll worry about that later. I don't think there's much treasure I can get without unlocking the area. So I think we're gonna have to actually start working here. I am putting it off as long as I can though, because I am very lazy. Are these funnels? The fuck? Why are there massive industrial-sized funnels just sitting? Oh. Really? I don't even have to do anything. I'm just gonna stand here. Here, ore line, ore line, ore line. Boop. Gee, thanks. That was very harrowing to gather. Much appreciated. No, really. Boop. That's a shortcut, so that's from up there. So yeah, I think we're gonna have to unlock the upper areas to actually get everything else that's over here. Which is to be expected. I mean, you couldn't just get everything without actually finishing the mission, right? That would be silly. Come on, you wee bastard. Come on, you wee bastard. Damn it. Still too early. That's fine. Wait, is there an actual... do I need to... Fine, 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 fine. It's water you want, right? Please tell me it's water that you want and not my expensive stuff. Wrong fluid. You're really gonna make me use the expensive stuff, huh? It's a good thing I made so much of this. Go. Scoot. Scoot. Why did it... No. Stop that. Go where you're supposed to. Skedaddle. 1. Made it. 2. Same thing in the other direction, right? Yep. Right, so that's just a permanent thing right there. Okay, that's fine. Skedaddle. Nailed it. And this should be the last one. Oop. Okie dokie. Why water no longer draining? Do I have to hit that shit again? Or is it a double drain? It's probably a double drain. Hold on. Boop. Boop. Oh wait, wrong way. Boop. Let's get those two full. And then... Okay, that should be the last of that. There we go. Yoink. The stuff is expensive, I'll have you know. Okay, but if the cutscene sets off my rotation, I'm gonna... Damn it! There's a cutscene happening, so you're gonna miss your window to hop the platform. Yay! Ugh. All fixed. Okay, that's pretty cool. Is this just a giant Zeronite foundry? I say just, but that would be impressive. What Jamaican? Perfectly fixed and shaped Zeron slabs. I really gotta know how to get that super realistic Enman mask you're wearing. Well, first you get put into a coma for 20 years, okay? Then... Mask is definitely made with super awesome materials and skills. Oh my god. Take the hint, dude. It's straight out of Dijang, Edmund's choice. Hey, he finally figured it out. I thought you scientist types were supposed to be smart. By Talos, I'm such an idiot. Yes. Yep, you were ordering me to do your dirty work, but it's okay because there was loot here. I forgive you. Don't get too excited. Even perfecter than the legends. Oh my god. What a little weirdo. Okay. Mission compris. However, the Zeron slabs, can we actually move those up? Or are they entirely useless to me at the moment? That's the question. Can I use them to get what I want? Because what I want is to go up. I need uppies. Uppies are required. Okay, so the whole place is still broken. Got it. But I need uppies. You can't just put loot out of my reach. That's not fair. Yes, I am telling you what I want, what I really, really want, and that is more pulls. Okay? More pulls. That's what I want, what I really, really want. I cannot get uppies. I'm devastated by this knowledge. Uppies are not something I can attain right now. Okay, now it's dipping low enough onto the Zirin slabs for me to grab. Got it. Damn it, woman. Okay, yeah, it's dipping low enough right here. I can just jump and grab it now that those are raised up. Come here, you little shit. I was thinking I'd have to super jump to get you. Get over here. Get in my pocket. Hey. Soup, give me uppies. Yeah. Tang, give me uppies. Yeah, well. Actually, Mifu's the one who's more likely to give uppies. Isn't that exactly what she did to Tang? She just grabbed her up like an angry cat and held her out of in the air. Hey, stupid. Fucking Mifu. Okay, can't fix that one yet on account of the fact that, you know, that no am have stuff to fix. So, just out of luck there. And there's no other missions here. And I can't go up to the second floor, as far as I know. Can I? I don't think I can. But I want this stuff. That is not fair. Nope. Nope. It's not down here anyway, is it? It's not up there either, is it? Wait, hold on. Nope, not up there. Means it's probably on the level right above where I am. Boo! Flare. So I'm just kind of sunk at the moment, which sucks. Oh, okay. Is there? Nope. Okay, so Bureau of Applied Technologies is busted. Rip. Rip and F. Right, I also need to finish the combat thing for Sky King Flats. I've just been putting it off. I'm lazy. I'd be like that sometimes. Okay, yep. Nowhere to be found. So, no uppies. Right. Well, that makes me sad. Wait, I can hear... Is it right It's right above me. You little bastard. How dare you be close enough for me to hear, but not close enough to grab? No, we're going the other way, thanks. Nope. Yep, I don't think we have any way to get up there. Unless I'm missing some other super jump pad. We are pretty much just stuck on the ground. Which sucks. Oh well. So grab everything I can, right? I haven't been around the outside of this place, so let's do that real quick before we completely give up, yeah? Aww. He thought he was people. Riding in a motorcycle. How cute. How cute. Don't think there's any alternative way up there. Although that looks like an elevator base. I don't see the hovering platform to go with it, unfortunately. So I think we're pretty much out of luck there, which is unfortunate. Almost as unfortunate as the fact that turning that thing on only made the place light up a little bit, and that was about it. Kind of anticlimactic, if you ask me. Can't actually stand on that. What a shame. Alright. Yep. I am locked out from uppies. There is no uppies here. My brain, by the way, is telling me, yeah, just climb the wall, dude. It's really that easy because my brain's still in Crimson Desert mode. And then I have to remind myself, no, you're not playing Crimson Desert. It's not that easy here. This is platforming. You know what's frustrating? This gives me all the uppies I need if I could point that in another direction. This gives me all the uppies I need. If I could just point to the left or the right, I'd be fine, but no. Huh. Yoink. Pigeon. Nope, no way across there. And no real way across there either. Can't make that jump. Whoop. Hey, I actually made that. Didn't really help me do anything, but I actually made that. Boo. Yep. I don't think there's anything I can do. For now, at least. I'm sure it'll come online at some point. Poo. Especially since there's an actual teleport point in there. Let's see if resetting the area does anything. Maybe I was going about this the wrong way and I just needed to leave and reset the area. Nope, it's probably still going to be busted. Oh, well. It be like that. We're just going to have to wait for the whole place to open up, I guess. You know what's fucked up? The first contingency contract is set in Wuling. You'd think they'd have tossed Valley 4 a fucking bone. I understand it's the first area and most people are past it, but you'd think the first contingency contract would be located and themed around Valley 4 instead of Wuling. I tell you, the devs really have a hard-on for Wuling. They gave this place fucking everything. Which, cool, I get it. You're gonna have a preference, but damn, son. Is a bit much. Well, out of luck here. Okay. So... Oh, hey. Oh, neither of my guys are online right now. It'd be like that sometimes. Whoop. Well, we've finished our goals for today, which is fantastic. Although the last one was honestly the one I thought would take the longest, I'm surprised it did not take anywhere near as long as I thought it would. And at least I've started artificing the physical team's gear. I need to finish it at some point, but that's going to take time to get those resources. Boop. Mifu's was the most important since she's going to be my primary damage. Alright, folks. I appreciate you coming out and spending some time with me, but I need to head to bed. I will see you guys when I can. Bye for now.